Bill, it's wonderful to see you. Can you tell us a bit about yourself and what you do?
Yes, well, I'm captain with Princess Cruises. Been captain with Princess Cruises for 16 years. Originally joined the parent company of P&O back in 1974. So worked my way through the ranks up the promotion ladder. At present, I find myself anchored in Manila Bay. I first got here almost 2.5 months ago aboard Sun Princess, and I've transferred 2 weeks ago to the Ruby Princess. I think maritime matters without a doubt, because you can see just how quickly and how badly COVID has knocked hell out of the aviation industry. You look at the various airlines around the world, many are looking to go or verging on bankruptcy. You actually look at aircraft, they're all very well and good, but when it comes to actually bulk cargoes, they cannot replace a big bulk carrier which carries grain, iron ore, coal, or anything of those things. They just can't do that. Depends, there's more ships coming in, there's some ships leaving. So on average, are between 20 and 25 large cruise ships from a variety of companies here. So we've got ships from Carnival, from Costa, from Holland America, from P&O, Cunard, and Princess. And then there's a couple of ships from RCI who are here. We're all here for the same goal of trying to repatriate our crew members home. We're now staying here because it's also one of, if the only country here in Southeast Asia where we actually have what's known as a green lane, where providing our crew members meet various health criteria, we can disembark them and they go taken straight from the dock to the airport, whether it be using commercial air, which is obviously a little few and far between, but also a lot of the companies as well, and national governments have been organising charter flights for repatriation of their nationals. We have been very lucky. In Sun Princess, we got most of our crew off before I transferred here. We're almost down to what we call our minimum non-operational manning level. Got about 100 and just over 150 people on board the ship now. It's a very difficult question, to be perfectly frank, because obviously we're keeping a certain amount, but I would say we've been looking at repatriating some in the region of around about 20 to maybe 25,000 people. We have to go through quite a process to get the permissions to land people from the ship or to disembark them. But then it's a case of actually getting to the other end. Are the countries open? And a lot of countries are in lockdown. We're finding we're having challenges. A lot of flights in South America tend to be routed through Brazil, because obviously there are the large spike now in Brazil. A lot of countries are more wary of taking flights from Brazil. So we're just having to work around that. And on certain occasions, not actually applying to South America at the moment, but certain occasions it's actually quicker for us to use a ship as a means of ferry to get people home, rather than just waiting until commercial air becomes available. At the moment, the Philippines is the only place where we can actually repatriate people back to their homes. And also it's the only place that will actually receive anybody within this particular area. So at the moment here in the Philippines, what we're doing is we have applied for a large bulk amount of visas so that the various deck and technical officers in each ship can be relieved, or at least get their reliefs on board. I think it's one of the things is to actually go and talk to people and not just go and bottle yourself up. I think that's one thing, is actually having a social interaction with your colleagues and friends. But I think also it's quite good to actually do things like having, sort of say, an interest. I love doing crosswords, so I've got quite an ample supply of crosswords. And I must have sort of say subconsciously thought something was going to happen, because before I joined here, before I came from home, I downloaded 60 books for my Kindle. So I'm busy working my way through those. But I think the thing is just really, it is to take every day at a time.